3 days ago, Sarah noticed a single black crow perched on her fence, staring directly at her kitchen window. She brushed it off as coincidence. The next morning, the same crow was there again, this time joined by another. By the third day, 3 crows sat motionless on her property, watching. That evening, Sarah received the devastating news that would change her life forever. What she didn't realize was that the crows had been trying to warn her all along. If you've been seeing crows around your home lately, if they seem to appear out of nowhere and linger longer than usual, if they're watching you with an intensity that makes your skin crawl, you need to understand that this is not random. The universe is speaking to you through these ancient messengers, and the message is urgent. Today I'm going to reveal exactly what it means when crows choose your space as their gathering point, why they're drawn to certain people at specific moments in their lives, and most importantly, what spiritual warning they're trying to deliver before it's too late. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a crow the same way again, and you'll have the tools to decode their mysterious presence in your life. Crows have been revered and feared across cultures for thousands of years, serving as bridges between our physical world and the vast spiritual realms that exist beyond our ordinary perception. When a crow appears near your home, it's never just passing through randomly. These intelligent beings operate on frequencies that most humans have forgotten how to access, carrying messages from ancestors, spirit guides, and the universe itself. The first thing you must understand is that crows are attracted to spiritual energy shifts. They can sense when someone is about to experience a major life transition, whether it's a loss, a revelation, a spiritual awakening, or a significant challenge that will test your soul's growth. If you've been seeing crows repeatedly, it means your energy signature has changed, and you're emanating vibrations that these cosmic messengers recognize as significant. The spiritual meaning of crows near your home varies depending on their behavior and the current circumstances of your life. A single crow appearing consistently suggests that you're being watched over by a deceased loved one who's trying to communicate something important. They might be warning you about a decision you're contemplating, offering protection during a vulnerable time, or simply letting you know they're still present in your life. Pay attention to when this crow appears. Is it during moments of doubt, before important meetings, or when you're feeling particularly lost? The timing is never coincidental. 2 crows together represent a powerful spiritual partnership working on your behalf. This could indicate that your spirit guides are collaborating to help you navigate an upcoming challenge, or that you're about to receive assistance from an unexpected source. The appearance of 2 crows often precedes positive changes, but changes that require courage and faith to embrace fully. When 3 or more crows gather near your property, the spiritual significance intensifies dramatically. This is often called a murder of crows, and while the name might sound ominous, it actually represents a council of spiritual advisors assembling to deliver a crucial message. 3 crows specifically warn of transformation that cannot be avoided. Something in your life is coming to an end, and while this might feel frightening, it's necessary for your soul's evolution. The crows are preparing you, strengthening your spiritual defenses, and ensuring you don't miss the lessons hidden within the coming changes. They're essentially saying, pay attention, what's approaching will reshape you, and we're here to help you navigate it with wisdom. I'm curious about your personal experiences with these mystical messengers. Have you noticed crows appearing around your home lately? Maybe you felt their presence was somehow different from ordinary bird visits. Or perhaps you've sensed they were trying to tell you something but couldn't quite understand what. You're not imagining things, and you're definitely not alone in feeling this spiritual connection. I want you to share your crow encounters in the comments below, and if you're comfortable, copy and paste this phrase. The crows have been visiting me, and I'm ready to understand their message. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to validate their own spiritual experiences, and together we can decode these divine communications. The location where crows appear around your home carries specific spiritual significance that many people overlook. Crows perching on your roof are acting as spiritual guardians, creating a protective barrier between you and negative energies that might be trying to influence your household. They're essentially standing watch, ensuring that only beneficial spiritual forces can enter your living space. If crows consistently gather in your front yard, They're monitoring the energy of people who approach your home. They can sense intentions that you might miss, warning you about visitors who don't have your best interests at heart while welcoming those who bring positive energy. Crows appearing in your backyard or private spaces indicate they're protecting your most vulnerable, intimate moments. They're ensuring your personal sanctuary remains energetically clean and spiritually fortified. The behavior of crows near your home provides additional layers of meaning that can help you understand their specific message. Crows that caw loudly and persistently are trying to get your immediate attention about something urgent. They're essentially shouting a spiritual warning that requires immediate action or awareness. Silent crows that simply watch are delivering more subtle messages, often related to observing and learning rather than acting. They're encouraging patience and mindful observation of your current situation. Crows that seem to follow your movements or appear wherever you go throughout your day are indicating that you're under special spiritual protection during a particularly challenging or significant period of your life. Understanding the timing of crow appearances adds another crucial dimension to their spiritual message. Crows appearing in the early morning hours, especially around dawn, are bringing messages about new beginnings and fresh starts. They're encouraging you to embrace changes that are coming and to approach them with optimism and courage. Evening crows, particularly those that gather near sunset, are helping you process and release the experiences of your day, clearing away spiritual debris that might accumulate from daily interactions. Nighttime crow encounters are rare but extremely significant, often indicating that you're receiving messages from the spirit world that require deep meditation and contemplation to fully understand. The spiritual tradition of crow medicine teaches us that these birds are master shapeshifters in the spiritual realm, capable of moving between dimensions and carrying messages that our ordinary consciousness might struggle to receive directly. When crows choose your home as a focal point, they're establishing it as a spiritual communication hub. Your property becomes a conduit for divine messages, ancestral wisdom, and universal guidance. This is both an honor and a responsibility. The crows are recognizing you as someone capable of receiving and acting upon spiritual information, but they're also expecting you to develop your intuitive abilities to better understand their communications. Native American traditions hold crows as sacred messengers of the Great Spirit, beings that can traverse the veil between life and death with ease. When crows appear around your dwelling, indigenous wisdom suggests they're bringing news from the spirit world about your life path, your soul's purpose, and the lessons you're meant to learn during this incarnation. They might be delivering messages from ancestors who want to guide you through current challenges, or they could be warning you about spiritual tests that are approaching. The key is to receive their presence with respect and gratitude rather than fear, understanding that their appearance indicates you're being spiritually supported even when physical circumstances feel difficult. Celtic mythology portrays crows as companions to the Morrigan, the triple goddess associated with fate, war, and prophecy. In this tradition, crows appearing near your home suggest that significant fate threads are weaving themselves into your life story. The Morrigan is preparing you for battle, but not necessarily physical conflict. Rather, you're being prepared for spiritual battles against doubt, fear, limiting beliefs, and negative influences that might try to derail your soul's growth. The crows are her emissaries, ensuring you have the spiritual weapons and protection necessary to emerge victorious from these internal struggles. Modern spiritual interpretations recognize crows as symbols of spiritual law, divine justice, and karmic balance. When they appear around your home, they're often indicating that karmic debts are being settled, either in your favor or requiring your attention to resolve. If you've been wronged, the crows might be signaling that universal justice is working on your behalf. If you've made mistakes that have harmed others, their presence could be encouraging you to make amends and clear your karmic slate. Either way, their appearance suggests that the spiritual scales of justice are active in your life and balance is being restored. The color symbolism of crows adds depth to their spiritual message. Their black feathers represent the void, the place of infinite potential where all creation begins. When crows surround your home, they're connecting your living space to this primordial creative force, suggesting that you're entering a period of powerful manifestation abilities. Your thoughts, intentions, and prayers carry extra weight right now, so it's crucial to maintain positive mental focus and clear spiritual intentions. The crows are essentially saying that the universe is paying special attention to your desires and will respond more quickly and dramatically to your spiritual requests. Distinguishing between ordinary crow visits and spiritually significant encounters requires developing your intuitive awareness. Spiritual crow visits feel different from random bird activities. You'll sense an intelligence behind their presence, a purposefulness in their behavior that goes beyond normal animal instincts. They might make eye contact that feels unnaturally intense, appear at moments when you're deep in thought about important life decisions, or show up repeatedly in the same location, despite having vast territories to explore. Trust your instincts when a crow encounter feels charged with meaning, because your soul recognizes spiritual communication, even when your mind tries to rationalize it away. Creating a proper spiritual response to crow appearances involves acknowledging their presence with respect and gratitude. You don't need elaborate rituals or complicated ceremonies, simply thanking them aloud for their message, asking for clarity about what they're trying to communicate, and remaining open to receiving guidance through dreams, synchronicities, or intuitive insights is often sufficient. Some people find it helpful to leave small offerings like fresh water or birdseed as a gesture of appreciation. But the most important element is your sincere acknowledgement of their spiritual significance. The long-term implications of crow spiritual visits extend far beyond the immediate message they're delivering. When crows choose your home as a communication point, you're being initiated into a deeper level of spiritual awareness. Your psychic abilities may start strengthening. Your dream life might become more vivid and prophetic, and you may find yourself more sensitive to spiritual energies in general. This is a natural progression for souls who are ready to serve as bridges between the physical and spiritual worlds. The crows are essentially saying that you're graduating to a higher level of spiritual service and responsibility. As we conclude this exploration of crow spiritual messages, remember that these magnificent beings don't waste their time on trivial matters. If they've been appearing around your home, something significant is stirring in your spiritual landscape. Whether they're bringing warnings, protection, guidance, or validation, their presence indicates that you're being actively supported by spiritual forces that want to see you succeed in your soul's mission. Don't ignore these divine messengers or dismiss their appearances as mere coincidence. Instead, embrace the honor of being chosen for spiritual communication and remain open to the profound guidance they're offering. The crows have spoken, and now it's your turn to listen, learn, and allow their ancient wisdom to transform your understanding of the spiritual forces that surround us all. Thank you for joining me on this mystical journey, and remember to like this video if it resonated with your soul, and subscribe for more revelations about the hidden spiritual messages in our everyday world.